Take a moment with me. Picture this: the glow of your phone screen in a darkened room, the clock ticking relentlessly as you replay a conversation from hours ago, each word scrutinized, every possible alternative outcome analyzed. Or perhaps it's the early hours of the morning and your mind has become a relentless courtroom, rehashing past mistakes, anticipating future disasters with vivid, unwelcome detail. Sound familiar? This intricate dance of the mind, this relentless churning of thoughts, this is the experience of overthinking. And if this resonates with you, please know you're far from alone. Welcome to the Mindful Mirror, a space dedicated to understanding the intricacies of our inner world and finding pathways to greater peace. Today, we embark on a journey to unravel the complexities of overthinking, why our brilliant minds sometimes become our own tormentors, and more importantly, how can we gently yet firmly guide them towards tranquility. We often hear the phrase, don't overthink it. But what does that truly mean? Overthinking is not simply engaging in deep thought or meticulous planning. It's a distinct pattern of repetitive and often unproductive mental activity. Imagine your mind as a powerful computer. Healthy thinking is like running necessary programs efficiently. Overthinking, on the other hand, is like having multiple unnecessary applications running simultaneously, draining your mental energy and slowing everything down. Psychologically, overthinking manifests as a rumination on the past, endlessly replaying events, dissecting conversations, and dwelling on regrets. It also appears as worry, persistent preoccupation with future uncertainties, often escalating into catastrophic scenarios. Unlike genuine problem solving, which is goal oriented and seeks solutions, overthinking is circular. It traps us in a loop of analysis without leading to constructive action. Think of it like trying to navigate a dense fog by constantly checking the same blurry map. You expand energy, but your vision remains obscured. It's the feeling of being mentally stuck, like a record skipping on the same frustrating groove. To truly understand why we overthink, we need to delve into the fascinating world of our brain's evolution. Our brains, particularly the highly developed prefrontal cortex, are marvels of adaptation, honed over millennia for one primary purpose: survival. This intricate machinery is constantly scanning our environment for potential threats, anticipating dangers, and running countless mental simulations to help us avoid harm and ensure our well being. In the ancestral world, this vigilance was crucial. The rustle in the bushes might signal a predator. A social misstep could lead to exclusion from the tribe. Our brains evolved to be hyper aware, to analyze and predict. However, in the complex modern world, the nature of threats has changed dramatically. We're no longer facing saber toothed tigers, but rather the subtle anxieties of social media, the pressures of career advancement, and the constant influx of information. Our ancient threat detection system, still powerfully active, now often misinterprets these modern stressors as life or death situations. This triggers the same intense mental processing, leading us to catastrophize minor setbacks, endlessly replay social interactions, and attempt to gain a sense of control over uncertain futures through sheer mental effort. It's our innate survival mechanism designed to protect us, ironically contributing to our distress in a world it wasn't entirely designed for. Sometimes overthinking becomes so ingrained in our daily lives that we might not even recognize it as a distinct pattern. It can feel like just how we are, but these are telltale signs that indicate you might be caught in an overthinking trap. Do you find yourself meticulously analyzing even the smallest decisions, weighing every pro and con to an exhaustive degree? Do past conversations replay in your mind like a broken record, leaving you constantly wondering if you said the right thing or agonizing over perceived slights? Does sleep become a nightly battle, as your brain refuses to quiet down, bombarded by worries and what ifs. When faced with a minor setback, do you immediately jump to the worst possible conclusion, envisioning a cascade of negative outcomes? These are common indicators that overthinking has taken hold. It's crucial to remember that experiencing these doesn't mean you're flawed or incapable. It simply signifies that your natural tendency for analysis has become amplified, perhaps as a coping mechanism for underlying stress or anxiety. Recognizing these patterns is a first vital step towards regaining control. On the surface, overthinking might feel like a form of preparedness, a way to anticipate and avoid problems. But beneath this illusion of productivity lies a significant toll on our mental, emotional, and even physical well being. Firstly, overthinking is a breeding ground for anxiety. The constant worrying and mental simulations of negative outcomes fuel our fear response, creating a cycle of anxiety that can be difficult to break. Secondly, it leads to a decision paralysis. When we become trapped in endless analysis, the ability to make even simple choices becomes overwhelming, hindering our progress and creating further frustration. Creativity, that vital spark of innovation and joy, withers under the constant scrutiny of overthinking. The fear of judgment and the relentless pursuit of a perfect outcome stifles spontaneity and originality. Furthermore, overthinking can severely strain our relationships. We may misinterpret others' actions, react defensively to imagined slights, and become so consumed by our internal anxieties that we struggle to be fully present and engaged with loved ones. Perhaps most damagingly, overthinking transforms our inner voice from a supportive guide into a relentless critic, constantly pointing out flaws, replaying mistakes, and undermining our self confidence. It's a subtle erosion of our inner peace, chipping away at our resilience and our ability to experience joy. Now, the good news is that overthinking, while a deeply ingrained habit for some, is not an immutable trait. We possess the capacity to retrain our minds and cultivate healthier patterns of thought. Here are some practical strategies you can begin to implement today. First, name the overthinking. The moment you become aware that your thoughts are spiraling, that you're caught in a loop of rumination or worry, consciously label it. Say to yourself, either internally or even out loud, this is overthinking. This simple act of naming creates a crucial distance between you and your thoughts, allowing you to observe them rather than being completely consumed by them. The power of page, journaling as a release. Think of journaling as a mental declutter. When thoughts become trapped in our heads, they can feel overwhelming and infinite. By physically writing them down without judgment or editing, you externalize them. This act can help to diminish their power and provide a clearer perspective. Don't worry about perfect grammar or eloquent prose. Simply dump your thoughts onto the page. Third, from analysis to action, the decisive shift. When you find yourself overthinking a problem, ask yourself a crucial question. Is this something within my control? Is there a concrete action I can take? If the answer is yes, focus your energy on taking that step, no matter how small. Action breaks the cycle of rumination. If the answer is no, consciously practice letting go of the need to control the uncontrollable. The fourth one is taming decision fatigue, simplifying your choices. Our modern lives are filled with countless decisions, big and small, which can contribute to mental fatigue and exacerbate overthinking. Intentionally simplify some of your daily choices. Choose your outfit the night before. Decide on a few go-to breakfast options or stick to a familiar route. Freeing up mental bandwidth on mundane decisions can conserve energy for more important matters. Fifth, anchoring in the present, the gift of mindfulness. Mindfulness practices such as focusing on your breath, paying attention to sensory details, the warmth of a cup in your hands, the sounds around you, or engaging fully in a simple activity help to ground you in the present moment. Overthinking often pulls us into the past or propels us into the future. Mindfulness gently brings us back to the here and now, offering a refuge from the mental chatter. Overcoming overthinking is not about silencing your mind entirely. That's often an unrealistic and frustrating goal. Instead, it's about cultivating a different relationship with your thoughts. It's about learning to observe them without judgment, to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Think of your mind as a powerful, sometimes restless force. Like a wild horse, it possesses incredible energy and beauty. But it requires gentle guidance and consistent training to move in a desired direction. Be patient with yourself in the process. There will be times when overthinking creeps back in. Acknowledge it and gently guide your attention back to the present moment, back to the strategies we have discussed. This is not a quick fix, but a gradual journey towards greater mental clarity and inner peace. Let this be your starting point, your commitment to nurturing a more mindful and tranquil inner world. The journey to calmer mind continues, and join us again next time here on The Mindful Mirror.